In the Chinese vocabulary, just like in the English vocabulary, we have a lot of words borrowed from other languages, say from English, from French, from Japanese, from Japan, and they mainly fall into several categories. The first category is translation. We translate the foreign word into Chinese because this is something new to China. For instance, 黑板 blackboard, 黑 black 板 board, blackboard, 黑板. That's translation of the components of the English word. The second one is transliteration. So we just translate the pronunciation into Chinese. We use some characters, sounds similar to the foreign word. For instance, 沙发, sofa. In English, sofa. In Chinese, 沙发 sounds a bit like sofa. Or coffee. Coffee. In Chinese, 咖啡, 咖啡, coffee, coffee. They are all transliteration, just translation of the pronunciation. And the third category is the combination of translation and transliteration. For instance, motorcycle, we call it 摩托车. 车 is a general word for a vehicle, bike, motorcycle, or even train. And motor, motor is the transliteration of motor. So 摩托车, motorcycle. The next category is that we use the initials, the English or some other languages, we use their initials in Chinese. You have their initials in your language, and we just borrow that into our language. For instance, CD, or DVD, or CPU, or DNA, something like that. The difference is that we don't pronounce them as you pronounce that in English. You call it CD or DVD, but in Chinese we pronounce those letters in a very Chinese way. We say CD, DVD, CPU, DNA, something like that. So sounds familiar but different. Sometimes we have a way of calling something or saying something in Chinese, but still today, you know, we have more and more international communication, and some young people tend to use some, English or some other language to say something we already have. For instance, some kids will say bye-bye rather than 再见. And we say okay rather than 好了. So bye-bye and okay could be taken as, in a way, Chinese vocabulary.